my channel. I am Usiya Malisa Sipinda Sabuya Sakon. Okay, so today on my channel we are blessed to have Bana Bamuruti.
Yo,
Like, that's how blessed I am.
it's
So,
hard.
so I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. You go, guys.
Hi, I'm Sundi and I'm Zwothe, and we are from the Church of AFM
House of Prayer.
House of Prayer in Zwothe in Pretoria West. Yes.
Okay, Pretoria West, guys. The Villains.
That's an in.
Who should be expecting visitors? We'll drop the location in the comments section.
Please do. We want to see it there.
So guys, Sundi and Zwothe are sisters and they are pastors' kids. So they are here today to talk about their life, their journey, salvation, everything, Jay. When I say their life, I mean also like lifestyle, So I have compiled some questions, but before we go forward, I want to do a bit of a short quiz. But guys, you finished your tea. When I said don't finish, okay, this part of it. I said don't finish your tea, but I didn't tell you. Why not?
Because you're gonna be sipping on it.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Because you don't drink alcohol, right?
Of
So,
course.
yeah.
Don't even know.
We gonna make, okay, so this is how it's gonna go, guys. I'm gonna ask you this 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. So if it's you, it's like who's I don't know what to call it. So it's like who loves cooking. And then if it's you, you sip.
I'm not
Sorry.
This is how it goes. Those t-shirts I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so the first question. Yeah, who loves cooking?
Yours
I think I knew it.
No, but like also understand she's older than me.
Hey.
And like she started cooking way before me, so I just got used to we're just used to her cooking, you understand? So it's a thing.
It's a thing, I get it. But Nama also says that she's gonna be the one.
Obviously.
Alright, you guys don't fight over this. Who is Mama's favorite?
I'm not gonna sip. None of us are. None of us are. No. Okay. It's the older brother.
Okay,
But I'll
between the
sip.
two of
I'll
you.
sip for this contest. I will sip. But it's
Between the two of us.
Thank you. Why aren't you in that?
Again, she's not older. She's older.
So yeah, Pamela, then.
It's not
Okay,
even.
let's not get it. Let's save it. Let's save it. I know. Okay, who's always late?
It's true. The reason why we came late today is because of your stream. She's always the late one. Even Sunday morning, I have to wake her up, and I always tell her you should wake up.
Okay.
Just understand to me, I'm always
Surprisingly, at school she's not late, but at church she is. For outings she is. Just I don't know why.
No, but you don't.
Okay, now the last one. I think this one's obvious. Like somebody should prove me wrong. Who's the naughty one?
I'm not gonna sit to that.
Obviously.
This is just so wrong. This is so wrong. Like, okay. I mean, in my defense,
There's no defense.
Okay, it's okay.
There's no. You're naughty, you're naughty. There's no defense. Sip and us.
Like Nje, actually, you wanna this one. Just like Lega Zote, I just knew this one.
what wrong is?
Okay. But you guys are sisters. And there's no way you were gonna be the same. Yes, there was no way. So, okay, like guys, let's get to the serious part of why we're here.
Alright.
The interview. Bana Bamuruti. I feel like I love it better when I say Bana Bamuruti. I don't know.
Did you just learn that a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
No wonder.
That's why she likes it so much. She just learned it.
You guys didn't comment, guys. It's like it's not my life.
Bana babafunzi.
So guys, they are vendors,
Mm.
They are vendors.
Bana babafunzi.
Bana ba baba
Funzi.
funzi.
Yes.
So guys, we have bana
Babafunzi.
baba funzi.
Bafunzi.
Baba funzi.
Funza. I want to funza.
Baba funzi.
Yes. You see?
So we have bana baba funzi.
She had to, you just have to. Exactly.
See me now.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay, the first question. I want you guys to actually like take me back on how you guys grew up as pastors' kids and how your relationship with your parents is.
Not was, but is.
Was and is. Was and
Okay.
is. Let's do it like that.
Oh, we started off young and then we grew up. Now we're old, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. We're young and we grew up. Guys, I was born. I was just born.
Okay. And then what happened?
Okay, so it all started when I was born.
You are.
Okay. Personally, I feel as though it's worth noting that we have an age gap, me and my sister. The one like with it's we have 7-year age gap.
For real.
For real.
At all. Yo.
I don't know. But
But
yeah.
you mentioned I'm aging my fine one. Thank you.
I know your age too, huh?
Indeed offended, but it's okay. I'm
You're gonna get there, so.
you know, age. I stay tall for the rest of my life, you know.
Already you look like me.
Oh, okay. But I'm just saying, I guess you can see we have an age gap. So because we have an age gap, like I wouldn't say my experiences with Zwothe are the same. You know, like we don't have the same upbringing, granted, but we have different experiences and different. I don't know. I feel like we kind of had different upbringings because we just had different time frames. You understand? So even though we're living in the same house, I wouldn't know how Zwothe would see everything, but I would have my own personal experiences and upbringing, everything. But I think for the most part, I'm sure you can see, like, as children, you know, we had to, like, our parents were very strict, you know.
Too much.
When we were like, yo, like now they're chilled, you know, like they're chilled. But back then, it was.
Yeah.
It was really bad. They were very like super strict. My dad was so strict when we were young. And you can imagine when he's a pastor as well, how worse it is. You understand? When we're growing up, for me rather, when I was growing up, church was okay, but not that okay. Because you're forced to do church stuff. You understand?
Yes.
You're forced to be working on this, you're forced to be working on this and all that. You don't necessarily, you're not necessarily into things at that moment in time. You're just doing it because your parents say so and all that. And even the church people, they rely on you to do stuff as well. They do even now, but now because you grown, you get to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. And you even develop a love for what you're doing. Because already you already know, let's just say you're already saved. You understand? To a point where you understand, this is what I have to do as a Christian, this is what I have to do as a child of God. I have to sacrifice some stuff for my own salvation. That's how it is now when you go. But when you were young, you didn't see all that. You just see your parents abusing you or just forcing you to do
But like on Sunday.
go to church every Sunday.
But that's another thing. Like she's right with the now you're saved. Do you understand? So because I feel as though we were forced to like pray and like read the Bible and do all those things. And time you don't even know God. like they just tell you, oh, Jesus died on the cross for you.
Yeah.
And you're like, who's Jesus? You know, like Like we didn't really, like we were just told like, okay, hi, this Jesus, you gotta pray to him, good, like you got it, goodbye. You know, they never like gave us like that whole like introduction, like, okay, hi, so 1, 2, 3, 4 happens. You have to choose. You didn't choose like then, no, like
Exactly, that's another thing. You don't choose.
you don't choose. You're a Christian by force. You don't choose.
You're a Christian by force.
By force, you just
If you live under my roof,
by default,
Exactly.
by default, you're just supposed to be a Christian, and I'm supposed. It's like it's like you came out of the womb and they're like, okay, good, you're a Christian, you know what you're doing, right? It's like they're just like, okay, you know what you're doing, you're gonna be good, fine, bye. You know,
that's it.
You know, we don't get introduction.
But I think it also, that's how it always is with parents. They give you what they know.
Yeah, that's
So you have to now abide by izinto zalendlu. That's how they do things. And then when you grow up, you get to now choose, okay, this is what I want to do. But then it's sort of like, I don't want to say automatically, but it becomes easy for you to choose this thing that you already know. Because you already know church, you already know praying and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna choose this because this is now I understand it better. Like,
Yes.
Because it's also the same with me. Like I grew up at church. Every Sunday you have to go to church, even if you don't want to. Like Ekaya, we would be saved if it's raining. We don't go to church.
Now come rain, come
And-
fire.
Yeah.
You're sick, you're not sick.
You're sick, you're
Go
not
to
sick.
church. If you're sick, go to church. Church is the hospital.
It's
I
like
love
that.
it.
It's
I
like
love
that.
it. And you also mentioned a part where you're saying that even at church, even now, people still rely on you. Is it because you guys are pastors' daughters? They rely on you, pastors' kids. Is it because of that?
Because of that.
So if Zwothe is not there, then
like, okay, for me, you see, I'm in the worship team.
Yes.
Obviously. So in a lot of things, they depend on me and my brother. My brother is also part of the worship team. So the team itself, they rely on you to move things because you are the pastor's kids.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes, they might have opinions there and there, but most of the things you have to push it. I mean, for my brother, he's the one who does sound. If my brother's not there and I'm not there, I'm telling you, it's a recipe for disaster. Because who's gonna pack the sound? You understand? Who's gonna be there early at church to make sure it's open, everyone is there? Who's gonna fetch people? About the baby worship team, who's gonna fetch them? Because we do all those things, you understand? Me and my brother. We're pushing all those things. With my little sister as well, she helps out there and there. So they highly depend on us in a lot of things, you understand? So I can say it's that. Even with some church duties you don't want to do them. But because some certain people at church are not doing it,
so you
have to pitch in.
And it's your parents' thing. You have to also love
Exactly.
it.
You just have to. You just have to. When your calling might be an usher, let's take for example. You're not say a calling, but that's your duty at church. Your parents gave you that duty to handle. You understand? But someone in the finance is not doing their job. Now what do you have to do? Now you have to do both jobs. You understand? Because who other person can do it besides you? They can only rely on you because you are completely there. You understand? You are fully there. Sometimes not by choice. You understand? It's because you have to be there for them. You understand? You have to support their vision.
I love that the fact that you're honest saying that sometimes it's not by choice, because I was going to ask like, how does it make you guys feel? But now I feel like you already answered me when you say sometimes it's not
by choice.
But because ibandla katatako,
you understand? You don't want it to fall. You don't want it to fall. You love your parents. You want to support them.
And you understand it.
You understand. Exactly. You understand. You say, okay, this is supposed to be done. If a certain person is not doing it, you just gotta pitch in and do it. And you get to be in a level where you don't even have to complain about it. You just have to go with it and do it for the better of the church. You understand? You don't have to complain. That's how it is now. You understand? You just grow and be mature to understand church. You just have to pitch in wherever there's a space. You just gotta feel in that space. It gets tough.
So with all of that, how is your relationship with your parents like at home now? Like when they are being parents, because obviously they are pastors, they are born again Christians. At the same time, they are your parents.
Yeah.
So how is your relationship now with your parents? Both of
Now,
you?
well, I can say now I'm very, very, very close with my mom. I'm super, 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 super close. She's that person that whenever I'm in stress, whenever I'm going through whatever that I'm going through, like I just go to her because now she has separated herself from being mom fundisi to being a mom. You understand? To being a friend, to just separate the whole your Christianity, I can say, or maybe your faith. And just be a normal human being towards your child. You understand?
So is it? Can I ask? Is it something enja? Is it a new thing? That a new change that recently happened, or has it always been like that? Maybe from your teenage years, or has it happened now that you became an adult?
I can say it happened now when I became an adult because mainly because my parents are strict. Our parents are very strict. So strict parents are not so approachable. I'm sure you know that as well. You understand? You can be going through a whole lot and you can't share it with your parents. Maybe because you just feel what's in chapters with something like that. Why you understand? And sometimes I feel like our parents they don't want us to do mistakes. But every child has a mistake, you understand? So at least now they get to know what's it. At the end of the day, this person you understand? As well. You're the same with those ones. You do the same mistakes whether or not you're a Christian. So because now they have that understanding, it's they're much more relatable. Now you can go like, I have stress. Even with Abafana, I can say, because luckily for me, at least I can share my relationship with my mom, and she can be that advisor.
Oh, I've met with your mom. She's very calm and sweet. So now that you're talking about her like this, I'm like, Divana,
Yeah, no, she definitely is. Now, I mean, okay, with me, it's different because I'm still young.
I'm
It's like everything for you is because you're young.
And you see, and that's another struggle. I feel like for me, besides like being a PK, another struggle is the fact that we see my brother and my sister, they're almost the same age, isn't it? Like their age gap is like 1 year. Then me, I'm like long short, you see. So like I try because I grew up around them, you see. So they're the people I look up to, even at church. I'm used to being the youngest person. Like in the worship team, I'm the youngest person. In the WhatsApp committee, I'm the youngest person. Like everywhere I'm usually the youngest person. So I try sometimes to kind of grow up, try to act a little older, try to be, at least more on their level. But then at the end of the day, I know me, I'm still a child. So
and also your parents are definitely.
And my parents definitely see me like, okay, when you are still a child, they don't see she's trying, they're like, no.
So you can be going to mom and talk about war.
Yeah, I can just go to my mom and be like, yeah, mom, like
you're still young.
You see, like everything.
You're still young.
Okay, but for me personally, my parents are still on that awkward phase, we're still we're getting there, but we're still
you get there.
We're still on that awkward phase. Yeah, you see, so but most of the time I know they're cool, I don't share a lot with them,
You know what I think? I think as long as you have a relationship with them, like but she's your mom, and whenever you need her, even if maybe you don't need her for boy stuff, and whenever you feel like you need her, you're able to go to her. Obviously, for is missing, don't you? It's
much more important.
Because because there's this thing. I remember when I used to chat with my friends and say, I'm like, I don't think I would ever get to marry a pastor, and be umamuroti. Because of izinto that I've heard about abantwana babafundisi, where they're saying that their parents they would be more focused on the church, on taking care of the church, and not taking care of their children.
That is another struggle.
Where children feel like they don't really have a full place in their in their parents. You know, because umama no tata, they focus on taking care of abazalwane. If maybe we're having a family time, umzalwane calls, they need help somewhere, they have to get up and rush.
It's so true. It is.
Yeah.
I feel like personally for me, during my matric year, yeah, but no, because during my matric, I don't know what happened.
She's always complaining about a matric.
I'm always not. I'm still so bitter about it.
Oh,
I'm gonna forever be bitter about it.
please go to share what happened.
Everyone did me. Like, yes, I just felt like, you see, when she started talking, I was like, you matric, yeah. I just.
When was your matric year?
Last year, I was in matric.
Oh man, still new.
So, you see, that's I'm still bitter. I haven't gotten over it. Okay, no. All jokes aside, like the matric year, things just didn't work out in my favor. Because things are now in my favor. Like, I don't have a lot of responsibilities like I did last year.
Okay.
Last year, somehow church was like it was
demanding.
It was very demanding, and it's demanding when school is demanding.
Okay.
There was emotional strain, and there was church strain, academic strain. I was so like a zombie last year. I was like a zombie last year, like honestly, you see. So like yeah, and on top of that, like you see, like now, I always feel like every time I see other children who are in matric, and you see they don't come to church, they're like, no, they're not in matric, they can't always come to church, they can't always do that. And I'm like,
okay, when you had to go to church,
I had no choice.
Rehearsal,
sound, I had to learn how to do sound. I'm learning things at school, I'm learning things at church as well. So I learn sound, I had to learn all these things. And I was just so.
It was too much.
It was too much. And like sometimes I didn't study. There were times where I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna study. But the mere fact that I felt so drained. I felt like I was drained, you know. So I didn't feel like I could study as effectively as I would have wanted to. But I really think that by the grace of God, I passed, got good marks. So,
because you were doing his work also.
you know,
But you gotta take some time off.
and I feel like it's something that I always think about, right? I always think about the things we do at church. Because, you know, as a person, you have doubts. And you ask yourself, what if we didn't go to church? You know, what if you be like, you know what, my life would be so much better if I was not a PK. And I feel as though, no, I stop myself and tell myself, no. I feel as though some of these things are really the blessings of God. Because it's things that I don't deserve, first of all. And it's blessings that I don't deserve. It is this protection that I don't deserve, you understand? I'll be in situations and I'll be like, if only I wasn't a PK, but I'm like, no, thank God I am a PK. Because I am delivered from all this type of situation. Like my matric, I feel like, what if I was not a PK? What if I didn't go to church? What if I was just banking church and then next thing I know I'm upgrading this year? Because there's a lot of people, they didn't go to church, they didn't do all these things and they're upgrading. Understand? Or not to say there's anything wrong with upgrading. No, I'm just saying that I'm not in a position where I feel like I have regrets, like, I shouldn't have, So in a way, I'm grateful for that. All of that, I'm very grateful.
I love it.
You see, when you're growing up and maturing,
She's getting there. She's
exactly.
Get there.
Yeah,
She's gonna get there.
That's so true.
So I'm gonna ask this question also. So as sisters, who are PKs, do you ever get comments or ever felt like, ooh, the other one is doing, this question, I'm thinking of the age gap, but let's talk about it. Do you ever feel like, I feel like Zwothe or Sundi is just doing this salvation thing better than me, Do you ever feel that? You guys are sisters, so I was asking because you're sisters. If you want, I was not gonna ask.
It is, I'm not gonna lie.
It is. Definitely.
Like, we don't sit down and talk about it and be like, yo, Zwothe, like, we can just say it in passing, like just a comment, Like this one time she was like, I was like, yo, bruh, you're me in faith, I am lacking. She's like, you're lacking, I'm drowning. You see,
But truth is, everyone has their own journey. We
Yeah.
live together in the same house, but everyone's got their own journey. We can't always be the same. You
Yes.
understand? I can look at, sometimes I look at my brother, I'm like, damn, yes,
That one.
if I could be in that level, you know, I think I would be doing this whole thing way better. You understand? But you don't know what he's going through as well, because even my brother is that person that doesn't share. Like naturally, he's not a sharer like me and her. Me and her we will talk and then we'll share. You understand? But sometimes I could see my little sister. I'm like, shit, my little sister. Yes, I'm clapping the nose. I'm clapping at tenders in the morning. I'm like, and he used to have tenders saying,
Nah, don't. Okay.
You understand? But
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, guys. Yeah.
I'm telling you, like it's like that, and you like. Like we're in different journeys, you understand? We don't know who's going through what until that one day maybe we're just sitting and talking and someone shares something.
Hey, now we got.
Oh, put down and jump and tell you, you remember that time I was going through this and that? And then I'm like,
When?
And that's another
you
thing.
understand? It's so different, and you shouldn't feel the need to compare yourself with another person. This person's doing like this, and I feel like, no, when I just walk in your lane.
Yeah.
And you know, I also think that it also could be a way of boosting each other. Like you saying, you hear your sister pray and you feel like, yeah, I just woke up. Instead of judging yourself, you'll be like, oh, she's praying. You know what? Let me try this thing of praying in the morning and see how it's gonna work with me and stuff. Yeah, well, instead of judging yourself and comparing yourself.
That's true. That's
I feel like with me, the one thing which always is lifestyle. You see, lifestyle wise, because
I was actually gonna talk about that. Thank you.
with my life, like if you see my lifestyle and my sister's lifestyle. Hey, you know, my sister's like, yo, she's very serious with her stuff, you know, like, yes, and that was like,
this is new.
I don't think.
yes, and that was
Okay, alright. Like, this is new.
oh, yes, and that was like, and me, you know, and me, I do, as a person, I do fall short of grace, you know, and, yo, yesterday when it's that moment, because there's this thing that happens when you stumble in your faith, or when you see yourself drifting away, like not really like drifting away, but you see like, okay, you did something, you feel like you're not worthy to be in the presence of God. You feel like you're not worthy. You especially, I don't know why, but for me personally, I would really like judge myself to the core, like, yo, why am I doing this? Yo God, and I'm still a child of God. I'm still a PK. You know, you think about those things, and when you think about those things, you stray away from the, and like those things, it's the enemy trying to like attack you understand? So you stray away from the things of God, you stray away from the presence of God, you understand? But then seeing Zwothe and seeing the way she lives, I'll be like, yo, man, I know what, God, I don't think I'm ready to be like praying to you, because now you can see as well, you know. But I feel like for me it has also served as that that boost, like you said, would have like, you know, my sister's like this, you know, let me also try. Let me also do this, and and then you see yourself getting back into the presence of the Lord.
That's how it is.
I mean, instead of judging yourself.
But you can't avoid judging yourself.
You can't.
I know. It's like it's something that we need to train ourselves, or it's something that we go through. It just happens when you judge yourself. You feel like you're not worthy and all of that stuff. But it's always good to come back to self and say, you know what? Anyway, I wasn't meant to be perfect.
Exactly.
So and the beauty of it, my sister's here and I can see how she's doing it. You know what? Let me try it that way and see how it's gonna happen. So I think that's also the beauty of when you guys are in the same house and I wouldn't say you're in the same path. Yes, the journey is not the same, but you know you're going
the same
direction and stuff. So it's also that's where also the power lies, when you have people that are going the same path as you are.
It helps. Sometimes you even reach out for help. Because I remember there was a time I was going through the most, right? And there was just a person that I was so angry. Like, that anger was so much, and one day when I was seated in my room, I don't know what was in my mind, but I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay. I started thinking of this person and Nani. I burst into tears. Like, first of all, I went to the bathroom because I couldn't make myself visual anymore when I was in my room. I was like, this is too much. I went to the bathroom. I started just hyperventilating and all that. And then I went back to my room, went out. My brother was seated on the couch in the sitting room. I go to him, I call him, he sees me, he comes running in my room, and then he comes there, he just starts praying for me. He starts praying, and I was crying, and then he just praying. And afterwards, he asked me, what's going on? And then I explained the whole situation. And he's like, man, you just have to forgive me. You gotta forgive, you gotta move on, and all that. And ever since then, he's just been helping me just to recuperate, just to get back to being myself, and just accept whatever that was going on and move on from it. You understand? So yes, in that sense, we do help each other when it comes to that. Yeah, when you know Uti, you're really, really struggling with something. At least I know Uti, because the three of us were in the same journey, not necessarily Uti, one is far ahead from the other. But I know Uti, whenever I need help, I know Uti, okay, I can go talk to my brother and just ask, what should I do when I'm in this situation? You understand? And then we pray together. And the good thing about it is that when you share something with a sibling, they don't judge.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because we've all done, things, you understand? And we're not in a position to judge ourselves because already other people outside, they're judging us.
So you guys must have each other.
Exactly. We must have each other, with whatever that we're going through. We don't have, you're not supposed to judge me and I judge you. I just have to understand that so you went through this and let's help each other go through whatever that you're going through. Yeah, but yeah, that's how it is when it comes to our journeys. Yes.
How does everything that we've talked about, the challenges that you guys face and everything, how does it affect your relationships with God? How does it affect your relationship with God, your faith and stuff? Because I think we've touched on a lot of challenges. I like the challenges. Some challenges I never thought of, so yeah.
Well, with me, my relationship with God, it's come a long way. It's really come a long way because I can say I've been saved since I started high school. I've been saved and I would preach, and then there came a time where I didn't preach as much as I did. Because you see, when you're in PK, there's like so many stereotypes around you. You understand? You do something bad, and they're like, typical PK. You try preaching, typical PK. You see, so there's nothing you can do which will justify, which can just be separated from the fact that you're a pastor's child. You see, even my faith, it's something that I've always wanted to separate from the fact that I'm a pastor's child and the fact that I am going to church, every day like this. Like, I want to have my own relationship. I don't want to go because I'm being forced to go. I want to go there and feel like, okay, I'm happy about this. And there was a lot of ups and downs throughout the years. There's been a lot of ups and downs, months even, where I was just, things of God were far away from me, and months where I was surviving on prayer and fasting and more prayer and more fast. That was just my lifestyle at some point, So, yeah, it's just, it's been tough. I can't say it's been like, it's been good, it's been bad or non-existing. But I feel like as the years go by, I grow up and I mature more. Because when you start off things, you're not even that smart about it. You're just learning now. And now you're just trying to figure yourself out. Yeah, but I think for the most part, I'm in a much better place. I'm in a much better place, yeah.
I don't even know how to answer that question, I was just thinking of a whole lot of things in my mind. Even what she was saying, about being a typical, PK when you're sharing and all that. Even with your lifestyle, they could just sometimes we just say, that's and you try so much to separate yourself from that, because I had gotten to a point where I don't tell people like that. I'm a PK. I don't want to, because I just want to be me. You understand? You just want to be separate from the title. You want to grow self. You want to live your life, even faith. You just want to do things in your own pace. You understand? And for me, I would really, really love, because I'm not in that space, but I would really love to have, let's say, when you have a spiritual guidance, let's say for a pastor, like your spiritual father, I wouldn't want it to be my dad. Honestly, because I just feel like I could share so many struggles. Yes, I do tell my dad whatever that I'm going through, but it's not completely everything, because you can't be completely transparent with your parents with some issues, because the thing about parents is that they get to sometimes when you tell them also you want to do this and this, sometimes they even use it against you. You understand? But you just want to have a spiritual father that is not your dad, because that person won't use it against you, will just help you go through it, guide you, and all that, which is
what you call anything personal.
Yeah, maybe in personal, just helping you in that manner. As a Christian, you must grow, you must do this, you must do this, you must do that. So I really, really want to be in that space, because I feel it's important for me, rather, because I know that I struggle in a lot of things when it comes to faith, you understand? And struggling in simple things are just prayer, in the morning, waking up in the morning and praying every day. It's not that easy. And sometimes you think you're doing it, but you're not even doing it, because you're just gonna wake up and then you mumble a few words and then you're done. And yes, I prayed, but yes, now he doesn't say you was just mumbling, and then you know, but you know when you're doing it with someone else, or let's just say an accountable partner, you know of that, yes, when you have that accountable partner, that when you're going through stuff, when you did wrong things, you can be able to tell that person, help me in this, I just sinned in this and all that. I really, really want to be in that space, you understand? It's difficult to find that person. It's difficult because you don't want to find that person at church, at your own church, within the family.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you want to separate yourself from being the PK, being the pastor's child, being in that church. You just want someone who's just who won't even judge you, because who's your accountable partner, that person must have and it's not supposed to be like that, because it's not everyone who understands people have the right to go through this. Not everyone. At church they want. I do have a friend who will be like, Nyamuzo, Mrs. School, Mr. Travel. As my manager, no, then I'm finished. You understand? But it's not like that, because here's the thing: the calling, is not mine.
It's your dad.
It's my dad's.
When are you gonna go through things just like
everyone else? You understand? And they don't want to understand what's in you. You are just a child of that person. You are not a calling.
And it kudala, like kuthetha ngalento, like we've been hearing stories of PKs talking about this, that guys, we're just normal children, we're just normal people. We're gonna go through the same things as you guys, like kuyafana, but then it's still difficult for us to put ourselves in your shoes. We still expect more from you. We don't want you to sin. We don't want you to fall short of God's grace. We want you guys to be straight.
You want them to be straight.
And I feel like what Zwothe said, like an accountable partner. I'm very grateful that I have a friend like that. Do you understand? I have a friend who, she tells me, like, you see, I can go to her and tell her, you see all my left and right and wrong and whatever. Like, and I know that she's not, she never will like put me in the standard that I'm funny. Like, it hardly ever comes up. Like, I feel like when I talk to her, I don't even think of that whole PK thing. I forget that no, I don't have any standards with her, and we are honest with each other. We sit down and we talk to each other and say, okay, friend, now we are born with you for learn. Or like I can try to tell her, because I have this thing, I tell her a lot of things, yeah, but so even when I'm doing wrong and I don't know that I'm doing wrong, or I'm doing my own lifestyle things, yeah, but and I'll be like, yo friend, yo 1, 2, 3, 4 happen, she'll be like, hey friend, again now, she's very, we close to the point where even if I don't take her advice immediately, she always stands and says, no, I'm not gonna support this. Like she's not that yes menuguti.
Yeah.
She will support whatever I'm doing.
Mm.
We hold each other accountable, and I feel like it has helped me in my faith
And
as
it's
well.
very important to have that.
It
person.
is because
Very.
I'm able to. There's this, there's so many things which happen, and I feel like after talking to her, I feel much more relieved and able to pray and able to come back to the presence of God. Because I'll have this shame carried on me, and this shame you will say, okay, no God, I can't come before you. I can't tell Zwothe. I can't tell mom. I can't tell dad. I can't tell anyone from church. I just feel stuck in life, where I'm like, okay, yeah, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to tell because I feel this shame on me. But then having her around, I really think it helped me to lift off that shame and be able to come back to the presence of God, which is why it is. I really think it's very important to have someone
That's true.
that's accountable with you. Yeah.
And I like it when Zwothe said, not the person not being your dad.
Yeah.
Because you guys, I think the part where you're saying, but you really try hard to separate yourself from being the pastor's kid and just being yourself. I think that's very difficult because it's always gonna stick with you. So I feel like just acknowledge it, it's there, but live your life and do your own thing.
Yeah, I will
Have your
maturity.
journey.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you get to a point where you just you accept it, that's who
This
you
is
are
it.
and all that, and then you just try by all means to
Mhm.
with what says what.
And know that
This
okay,
is
bakhona
who
abantu that are
understand.
gonna expect A and B from you and that, but
And you can't please everyone. That's
even us.
Like-
Even us, we're not. But
Yeah,
people
you-
to expect certain things from you. But, I know one big girl, she shouldn't be doing this and stuff. It was so only it's a pastor's kid. She shouldn't be doing this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for such a great conversation and to open up to me. Thank you. It was really great. So, guys, hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and to subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time.